Have you ever had an instant nemesis? Someone who seems to dislike you almost immediately. It's not like you try to go out of your way to offend people, but very often you notice that people seem to distance themselves from you, or they make mean comments, or maybe they just don't respond to your invitations. They might even ignore you. The problem might be that you have some unconscious habits that bother others. Don't worry, many people have the same habits and just as many are unaware of what they do. They don't even think about it. They just do these little things and unknowingly offend people or at least put them on the defensive. In this video, we're going to list the habits that make people dislike you and try to help you manage it. Hello everyone and welcome to Wisey, the channel about anything and everything. Today we're going to talk about 10 habits that make people dislike you. Let's begin. Oh, and just a second before we start, hit the like button and be sure that you subscribe to our channel. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Oversharing on social media. Researchers found that people who share too much of themselves on social media do this to compensate for a lack of acceptance in real life. They want attention and they desire to be liked, yet by doing so, they actually achieve the opposite effect. They make people dislike them. Just think about it. Would you like someone constantly telling you every little detail of their daily life? Wouldn't it get on your nerves? Sharing on social media can't allow you to express yourself and share meaningful information, but you need to be prudent about it and exercise restraint. Number 2. Multitasking. Yeah, I can totally talk with you while I check my email. Wait, what were you saying? Have you ever been in such a situation with your friends or relatives? Unfortunately, the modern lifestyle is such that we almost always do several things at the same time. And don't even think about how it harms people who communicate with us. When you talk to someone, try not to be distracted by TV, social media, or food. You will agree that talking to a person who is texting to someone else or posting comments on social media is very unpleasant. Don't strive for multitasking in communication. Just respect the person you're speaking to. By the way, we have a quick quiz for you. How many people do you think are really multitasking? A. 5%, B. 20%, C. 2.5%, or D. 50%. The correct answer is C. One study found that just 2.5% of people are able to multitask effectively. For the rest of us, our attempts to do multiple activities at once aren't actually that. Okay, let's continue to learn our habits. And the next one is number 3. Giving inappropriate compliments. Compliments are a simple and universal solution to improve the mood of people who communicate and set the conversation in a pleasant way. But some compliments can create the opposite effect. Have you ever said this phrase to people? "You look bad, just sleep well." "You lost weight, looks great." "You should lose some weight, it'd be better for you." Even if it's true, you shouldn't say such things. Most likely, people know about their problems, and it's not a good idea reminding them about it. This will not only upset them, but can also spoil your relationship. Number 4. Making excuses. The right kind of excuses can save the day, but only if they are the exception and not the rule. Do you make excuses not here and there, but all the time? If so, you need to shape up. Instead of saying something like, "The dog ate my homework," just apologize. Don't run away from accompanying repercussions. Apologize and describe your plan for long-term improvement. Number 5. Humblebragging. The humble brag. It's a classic. You may think it's a very sneaky way of impressing potential friends or employers, but it turns out that it may be turning them off. One classic example of where humble brags are regularly used is for the interview question, "What is your one biggest weakness?" Independent researchers on this question have found that those who provide a sincere answer are much more likely to get hired than those who try and hide a skill or positive character trait within their answer. So don't be afraid to open yourself up to someone in conversation and let them see the real you. They're much more likely to like you if you do. Number 6. Self-centered conversations. You don't have to brag to be self-centered. Self-centered simply means you ignore what other people are saying and never ask questions, but instead talk more about yourself. Always remember to be interactive and include people in the conversation. Okay, let's have a little break with the facts of the day from Wisey. Researchers at the University of Buffalo School of Management analyzed data from more than 475,000 participants taken over the course of 31 years and found that men consistently scored higher in tests for narcissism, regardless of age. Predictable, isn't it? What do you think about it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And we move on to the next habit. Number 7. Being closed-minded. No one likes talking to someone who already has their mind made up about every little thing and insists on always being right. What's the point of having an open mind and really listening to other opinions? It is an extremely likable trait, so don't be quick to judge others or always try to demonstrate how wrong they are. You don't have to agree with them, but if you listen and really try to comprehend why they hold their opinions, they'll appreciate it, and they'll appreciate your company as well. Number 8. Asking a lot of questions. Even though it might feel perfectly natural to ask new people questions to get to know them, many people consider asking a series of questions too invasive. Remember that natural conversation involves questions, statements, and preferably a shared dialogue between people. Too many questions at once, even if they're not personal, can seem like an interrogation, and no one enjoys being interrogated. Number 9. Frequently canceling plans. What would you think of somebody who constantly cancels plans you've made with them? Quite irritating, right? If you have this habit, realize what kind of impression you're making. Sure, everyone knows that things get in the way sometimes, but if people cannot rely on you to stick to the plans, why would they continue to make plans with you? Their friends will begin to think that they're not important or don't mean very much to you. So be sure to have time for the people you like. Number 10. Being late all the time. According to psychologists, how you manage your time reflects who you are on the inside. There will be times when you're late due to circumstances that you cannot control. However, you shouldn't make it a habit. You'll miss out on amazing opportunities and people will start disrespecting you. Arriving a few minutes late before the set time will not hurt you in any way. Are any of these habits related to you? Do you have your own tips to avoid making a negative impression? Please let us know in the comment section. There are a lot of things that we do knowingly or unknowingly that make other people dislike us. You need to figure out what turns you off and ensure that you don't have it in you. Taking the time to know your strengths and weaknesses and accepting yourself the way that you are will improve your quality of life. If you found this video interesting, hit the like button and share it with your friends. For more videos like this, please subscribe to our channel and remember to click that notification bell. Thanks for watching, keep in touch with Wisey, and see ya.